old carpenter once showed two visitors two rooms. Both rooms were exactly the same size. Same walls, same floor, same ceiling. But the first room was packed with furniture. A large table, extra chairs, shelves, boxes, decorations in every corner. There was barely enough space to walk. The second room had only what was needed: a low table, a few cushions, one lamp, and plenty of empty floor. One visitor looked around and said, "The second room is much bigger." The carpenter smiled. "It isn't bigger. It simply has more space. Money can feel exactly the same. Two people can earn similar salaries. One feels constantly trapped. The other feels surprisingly secure. The difference is not always income. Sometimes one financial life is simply too crowded. Too many payments, too many wants, too many commitments, no room for mistakes, no room for tomorrow, no room to breathe." That was the lesson Akari began learning at 44. She didn't need to look rich. She wanted something quieter. She wanted her money to feel like that second room, not empty, spacious. Akari worked in the administration office of a small logistics company in Yokohama. Her salary was ordinary. Her husband earned a steady income too. From the outside, their life looked fine. They paid their bills. They bought groceries. They occasionally ate out. But Akari often had the same uncomfortable feeling. Even when there was money in the bank, she felt poor. One unexpected repair made her nervous. A restaurant invitation made her check the account. A new pair of shoes created guilt. Every purchase seemed to compete with something else. Eventually, she realized something important. Feeling financially secure is not only about having money, it is also about having space around your money. And several Japanese ideas helped her understand how to create it. Rule 1. Protect empty space. In Japanese aesthetics, there is an idea often described as ma, the importance of space between things. A room needs empty space to feel calm. A schedule needs open time to feel manageable. And a budget needs unused money to feel safe. Akari used to treat leftover money as money waiting to be spent. If 20,000 yen remained after expected expenses, she immediately thought of what it could buy. Later, she changed the meaning. Some money would deliberately remain unused. Not investment money, not bill money, just financial breathing room. Because a budget filled to 100% capacity is fragile. One small surprise breaks it. A budget with margin can bend. The rule: do not give every available dollar to your current lifestyle. Leave some financial floor space empty. That unused space is not wasted. It is what makes the whole room feel larger. Rule 2. Define enough before the world defines it for you. Akari noticed that many purchases started with comparison. Someone had a better phone, a nicer kitchen appliance, a newer car, a more expensive vacation. The strange thing about comparison is that the finish line keeps moving. The moment you reach one level, you can see the next one. So Akari began asking a different question. Not, can we upgrade this? But, is what we have already enough for its job? Her phone worked. The dining table worked. Their small television worked. Her winter coat was still warm. Nothing magical happened. She simply stopped treating not the newest as not enough. The rule: before replacing something, ask, is this actually failing me, or has comparison made it feel inadequate? If you never define enough for yourself, advertising, trends, and other people's lifestyles will define it for you, and their definition will always cost more. Rule 3. Small fixed costs deserve big attention. People worry about expensive purchases, but Akari discovered that recurring expenses were often more dangerous. A 1,500 yen monthly charge feels harmless. So does 2,000 yen. And another 900 yen. But fixed costs behave differently from one-time purchases. You don't decide once. You quietly pay them again, and again, and again. Streaming services, apps, memberships, storage plans, convenience subscriptions. Akari reviewed everything that automatically left the account. She didn't cancel every enjoyable service. She simply asked, "Would I sign up for this again today?" If the answer was no, it went. Why? Because every recurring expense takes a small piece of next month's paycheck before next month even begins. The rule: be stricter with recurring costs than occasional treats. A dinner you enjoy happens once. A forgotten subscription can follow you for years. Rule 4. Make cheap days normal. Akari used to think saving money required no-spend challenges. Those felt temporary. Instead, she made inexpensive days ordinary. Rice, soup, vegetables, and eggs at home. A walk instead of shopping. Tea at the kitchen table. Library books. A simple evening with the family. Nothing was framed as sacrifice. It was simply normal life. This mattered because a lifestyle becomes expensive when every free moment requires spending. Weekend? Shopping. Tired? Delivery. Bored? Online browsing. Celebrating? Restaurant. Once Akari learned to enjoy low-cost days, money stopped leaving the house every time she wanted comfort. The rule: build pleasures that do not require a transaction. You don't need every day to be cheap. But if cheap days feel miserable, financial peace will always feel like punishment. Rule 5. Use money to remove stress before using it to add status. When Akari received a small work bonus, her first instinct was familiar. Maybe a new handbag, maybe replace the television, maybe a weekend trip. Then she asked herself, what purchase would make our life look better? And then, what use of this money would make our life feel safer? Those were very different answers. Part of the bonus went into an emergency fund. There was no exciting package delivered. No one outside the family noticed. But several months later, the washing machine failed, and something strange happened. Akari wasn't frightened. The money was already there. That was when she understood. Security can look boring, right up until the day you need it. The rule: before upgrading your lifestyle, strengthen your foundation. A quiet emergency fund may improve your life more than something designed to impress other people. Rule 6. Respect what you already paid for. The Japanese idea of Mottainai is often associated with regret over wasting something useful. Akari started noticing waste differently. Food forgotten in the refrigerator, clothes rarely worn, half-used household products, items replaced while the old ones still worked. She realized waste had two costs. First, you paid to bring the item home. Then, you paid again when you replaced what you failed to use. So she created a simple rule. Before buying more, look at what already exists. Before another shirt, check the wardrobe. Before groceries, check the refrigerator. Before another storage box, examine what should be removed. The rule: use what you own before solving the same problem with another purchase. Often the feeling of scarcity comes not from owning too little, but from forgetting what you already have. Rule 7. Buy peace before pleasure becomes pressure. Akari still spent money on enjoyable things. This wasn't a life of endless restraint. But she changed the order. Bills first, savings next, buffer protected, then enjoyment. That order mattered, because pleasure feels different when it is purchased with money that has no competing job. A dinner bought while worrying about rent doesn't feel luxurious. It feels guilty. A dinner bought from money deliberately reserved for enjoyment feels completely different. Same restaurant, same food, different emotional cost. The rule: protect tomorrow before spending freely today. Then enjoy what remains, without constantly calculating whether you have made a mistake. Financial peace is not refusing every pleasure. It is creating a life where pleasure doesn't create fear afterward. Several months later, Akari's salary had not dramatically changed. Her home had not become larger. She hadn't discovered some secret investment. But something felt different. There was money she didn't need to spend. Subscriptions she no longer paid. Things she no longer felt pressure to replace. Cheap evenings she genuinely enjoyed. A small emergency fund waiting quietly. Her finances had more room. Remember the carpenter's 2 rooms. The second room wasn't larger. It simply wasn't crowded. Your financial life can work the same way. Sometimes the fastest way to feel richer is not immediately adding more income. It is removing what keeps your current income crowded. For the next 7 days, try one question before every optional purchase. Will this add something useful to my life, or will it simply take away some of my financial space? You may still buy it, but now you will see what the purchase truly costs. Because wealth is not only having more things. Sometimes wealth is having enough room left to breathe. And that may be one of the quietest forms of being rich. If you enjoy practical Japanese-inspired ideas about money, simplicity, and peaceful living, subscribe to Quiet Japanese Wisdom.